anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ ihe niile. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na n'ụtụtụ na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise, ise, ise.
Welcome, my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are joining from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much.
Propaganda against that message. We know that yesterday, so many Biafrans sat at home yesterday. So many. Millions of Biafrans sat at home. So many places sat at home. They shut down. But these infiltrators, they went to the extent of paying people to come out yesterday. They went to the extent of going to other states to bring people. They went to the extent to try to blackmail the IPOB. They went to the extent to try to blackmail the IPOB, which is autopiloted under the spokesperson of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They went to the extent of blackmailing it. But as you know, we cannot kill our own. Biafrans, we can't kill our own. IPOB doesn't kill their own. The IPOB is established by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which Mazi Nnamdi is the spokesperson today. We don't kill our own. They were expecting that maybe when they come out that we open fire and begin to shoot. When you begin to shoot and kill people, then they will begin to use it as a blackmail and say that we have killed Biafrans, we have destroyed Biafrans, we have killed, they begin to use it. But we are much more smarter than they are. We are much more smarter than they are. Where our interest lies is in the life of Biafrans. We want Biafrans' life to be safe. We want more Biafrans to enter into Biafra land. We are not interested in losing life. We are not interested in taking life of people. We are interested in saving as many lives as we can to make sure that many people get into Biafra alive. And because they saw that, they saw between that, they begin their propaganda. Look at people. How can you imagine somebody who claimed that he wants Biafra? You had a step that is going to bring Biafra. You had a step to lead to a very strong statement. You are fighting against it. You are fighting against it. You are celebrating that people are coming out to support election. You are celebrating it. The spokesperson of Biafra said that that rally will not hold. That we cannot take part in anything that has to do with election. We will never take part. Then they ganged up, employed people, paid people to come out, and instead of you to stand your ground and begin to speak, some of you begin to celebrate it. You're celebrating that people came out. Because it wasn't you that gave the order. You're celebrating. And you say you want Biafra. When it comes for a time for you to make a statement, a strong statement, that really you want Biafra and nothing else. Okay, you want Peter Obi because your brother is going to be made a president. You no longer want Biafra. Because your brother will be made a president, you no longer want freedom. You don't want freedom anymore. Then after he has served for 4 years, maximum 8 years, after the 8 years, what next? After the 8 years, you begin to talk about Biafra again, eh? After 8 years, you start afresh, you begin to talk about Biafra, begin to make noise. You must be a mad person. You must be mad. You must be mad. You are not serious. You must be mad. You must be a distractor. It is either you want freedom or you don't want it. It doesn't matter who becomes a president. Even if my father, my brother, my mother, anybody in my own blood becomes the president of Nigeria today, I will continue to talk about the Biafra, and the person should go to hell and burn to ashes because that person is an enemy to my freedom. It doesn't matter who it is. Even if it is my own blood, even if it is my own benefactor, whoever it is, no matter how connected you are to me, and you are pursuing election against my freedom, you are on your own. You are on your own. And I hope every one of them who came out that I hope they are going to get themselves up to fight the battle when it comes. I hope as many as you that are celebrating that Obi held a rally yesterday, as many of you that are celebrating in Biafra land that Obi held a rally, I hope you are going to embrace yourself for what is coming. I hope you embrace yourself for what is happening. You see, sometimes I don't know whether is it because of the kind of things you eat in that Zoological Republic that makes you behave like the way you behave. Let me tell you, when you see people talking about P2B and the rally, you are being moved. Let me tell you, do you think that P2B is enjoying the kind of support the MKO Abiola gets? Do you think that P2B now has more support than MKO Abiola got? Through the time of MKO Abiola, every single Nigerian, including the northern part, we are in his own side. You don't know? Okay, you didn't know. During the time of MKO Abiola got support from the whole corners of that country, from all angles, from all religion. Even while MKO Abiola had a Muslim ticket, yet he had the support of the whole country. But what happened? Did he become a president? Did MKO Abiola become a president? Oh, that should ring a bell. That should ring a bell. That should tell you that it doesn't matter what you do. Your ballot paper and your PVC is a trash. It doesn't matter. And that is why you see PDP and APC, they are not bothered about your noise making. They are not bothered. When they come out, they're not bothered. And recently, you saw one of the activists, Deji Adeyanju. Deji have given a bet. Deji gave a bet of $10,000. You know how much $10,000 is? Go and convert $10,000. You know how much it is in Nigerian money today? You know how many? Deji Adeyanju gave a bet of $10,000 to supporters of Peter Obi that if Peter Obi wins the election, the person should take that $10,000. Deji. He didn't just say it, he have given that money already to, what do they call it? This journalist, Dele Momodu. He has given the money to Dele Momodu, $10,000 cash, that if Peter Obi, he gave a bet, if Peter Obi win the presidency of Nigeria, that he should take the $10,000. He gave a bet with the supporter of Peter Obi. He bet the money cash. Even the supporter of Peter Obi is still afraid. He can't even give his own money. The clown that is supporting Peter Obi is not even bold enough to bring his own money. They have already given his own money to Dele Momodu. $10,000. $10,000 bet. If Peter Obi wins Nigerian presidency, 10,000. He even went to say if he comes out. Some people are just clowns. You see, this is the difference between us and these people. This Dejikita is an activist. He's an activist. Even though he was the one fighting against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. At a stage, he says he doesn't blame Mazi Nnamdi Kanu anymore. He read between the lines, he saw it, and he said he don't blame Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for whatever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did. He apologized to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in fact. Deji apologized to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He apologized. That Deji came out and gave a bet, $10,000 to Peter Obi supporters. He gave the money to Dele Momodu. This one is not GoCom. He provided receipt. Dele Momodu provided receipt. How they transfer the money? $10,000. He challenged the member of Peter Obi, supporters of Peter Obi, that if Peter Obi becomes the president, he should take that $10,000. Are you still sleeping? Okay. You think it's a joke? You know, when we come online, we say something, people take us for granted. They say we are noise makers. You are just making noise. You are just talking. You are not doing anything. But the things we see, sitting down and sleeping, you can't see it. Some of them will say, you're not in Nigeria. You're not in Nigeria. You don't know what is going on the ground. But what we that are abroad, you see in Nigeria, you don't see it. What we know about the Zoological Republic, you don't know it. Even though you are there, you don't know. You don't see it. You don't see it. This game that you are seeing they are playing, this P2B they are using to deceive you. You see, they brought P2B. You see the kind of rally they are holding everywhere, and the APC and PDP, they turn a blind eye. I see they don't know what they are doing. Even when they are debating, even when they interview them, they talk about APC and PDP. They don't even talk about Labour as if Labour is a party. They don't count it as a party. They don't count it as a party. And you think all of a sudden, government in power, Fulani government in power, we just lose the election and give it to somebody from the Biafra land. Aribo man, you're a dreamer. You are a dreamer. I am asking you, does Peter Obi have more support than MK or Abiola has? Answer that question. After answering that question, you will go and have a brain surgery. Those of you who is supporting the election, those of you who are hoping that Peter Obi will change anything, after getting the answer to this question, you will go and conduct a brain surgery to yourself. Then your sense will come back. Does Peter Obi today has more support than MKO Abiola? Answer me. Does Peter Obi today have more support than MKO Abiola? Answer me. How I wish Peter Obi was contesting in a Biafran nation. If we are talking about a nation, Biafra, called Biafra, a nation called Biafra, and Peter Obi contesting, of course, if he has a credential, if he's the best, he's going to win. He is going to win. With the kind of crowd he's pulling, he's going to win. If it were to be in a Biafran nation. But of course, when Biafra comes, there are several Biafran people who are going to come out to contest. Those of us that are making noise online will not even be there. We won't be there. We only choose a party member. We only choose one of the parties that will exist in those days because it's going to be a democracy. We'll choose one party and support. When Biafra comes, Peter Obi will not even be a match to people that are going to come out. You will see people with credentials. You will see Biafrans that are doing exploit abroad. Recently, you saw a Biafran scientist who is doing wonders in Zambia. Is it Zambia or Namibia? A Biafran scientist manufacturing a electric bike for them. In an African country, a Biafran scientist is manufacturing electric bike that they are using. We have many Biafrans that are politicians abroad. In Europe, we have so many Biafrans that are mayors. In the United States, we have Biafrans that are mayor. We have Biafrans that are mayor in the United States. We have Biafrans that are mayor in the United Kingdom. When Biafra comes, these people will have an open field. These are people who have operated in the same environment. Even Peter Obi have not operated in the same environment. Peter Obi was only a governor of Anambra State. Anambra that is under the caliphate, under that same zoological republic. When Biafra comes, you will see people that are sane, who has operated in a system that works. They will come out. Peter Obi can come out, of course. If he comes out and he's a match, he's selected. So be it, he goes ahead. But in a present situation in the zoological republic, if somebody is telling you that Peter Obi is going to win, and you are believing that person, you must be sick. You must be damn sick. You're one of those people who need a serious deliverance. You're one of the people who need a serious deliverance. Some of us will come and be telling us we have two options. We have Obi. Let me tell you, we have only one option. One option is Biafra. Those of you who are gearing up and going to support the one Nigeria issue of Peter Obi, if you are one of those, prepare yourself for how to begin to just prepare yourself for how to protect yourself when it's going to happen, because something is going to happen. It is very clear that you are a coward. Those of you supporting Peter Obi, you are all cowards. Even when after voting for him, you can't defend the election. You can't protest. You can't come out and protest. Now can you defend? In the Zoological Republic, you cannot defend your vote. You can't defend it. Your vote can never count. I ask you again, does Peter Obi enjoy more support than MKO Abiola? MKO Abiola, all regions in the country supported him. Even though he ran with Muslim ticket, yet the whole country, the southeast, the south, the southwest, the north, everybody was behind MKO Abiola, and yet the election was cancelled. Did he become a president? Not only cancelled, he died in it. Peter Obi should be prepared. MKO Abiola died in it. And what did he get today? What do you remember MKO Abiola for? They said democracy. Democracy that doesn't even exist. They named the Democracy Day with Abiola. Even the Democracy Day they named with Abiola doesn't exist. There is no democracy in Nigeria. You know that, I know it. What has Abiola gained? Nothing. Nothing. Instead, the people that killed that same Abiola, they are being celebrated. They named a stadium in their name. A stadium was built in their name up to today. They are celebrating them. The people that killed Abiola, some of them are still in power. They are still enjoying, moving around, gallivanting up and down. The people that took away the life of Abiola, go and tell your Peter Obi to prepare himself. Go and tell the Peter Obi to prepare himself to go exile. Because he's going to run exile. That's the only thing he can do. Because somebody like him, I know he's not going to fight. He's not going to do anything. Nigerian presidency is not an Anambra State governorship that you go to court and win and come back and take power. It doesn't work in Nigerian presidency. In Nigerian presidency, you don't go to court to do anything. Already you see their court. The court is in their hand. The court is in their hand. The legislature is on their hand. And the presidency is in their hand, is it not? So it is not like Anambra State governorship where they impeach you, you go to court and they bring you back. They impeach you, you go to court, they restore you. It doesn't happen in presidency. The Atiku Abubakar that run with Peter Obi won the election, clear. He won the election. But what happened? INEC themselves supported the Buhari and they said they don't have any server. When they told INEC, provide the server that you use to record information. INEC said they don't have server. Did anybody kill them? Did you see Atiku Abubakar raise any dust? That is the way Nigeria function. They choose whom they will choose. It doesn't matter what you do. That is how Nigeria operates. The caliphate, the Zoological Republic was handed, they have molded the Zoological Republic into their own pan. Supported by British. British have molded it into their own pan. And they are playing that ball. And that was why British were able to push people around, to gather people around again. And this time, when they saw that Biafra is coming, because let me tell you, every region, every person in the world know that Biafra is coming, except the Biafran people themselves. The whole region, the caliphate themselves, the Fulanis, they know that the Biafra is coming. UK know that Biafra is coming. United States know that Biafra is coming. The only people who are still doubting is the Biafran people themselves. They are the people who are still hanging around and thinking maybe or maybe not. But let me tell you, it doesn't matter whether you believe it or not, Biafra will definitely come. Our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, while he was in court, told us it is our responsibility to protect the Biafran people, not to kill them. And in that same court, he told us that he is here fighting and he will continue to fight. And Biafra will come. Biafra will definitely come. That's what he said. I remind you again. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made that statement, some of you were trying to translate it in your own way to satisfy your selfish interest. You satisfy your selfish interest by translating it the way they're going to favor you. Some said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said we should take it easy. We should not be broadcasting. We should not be sitting at home. We should not be. But the message is protect Biafra land. Protect Biafra land. And he assured us that Biafra will definitely come. No man born of a woman can stop it. Even in the face of the enemy. In the court, he was saying it. And somebody is telling you that it's not going to come. And when they say, do something to show your seriousness that you are ready for Biafra, you can't do it. Come on, sit at home. You can't. You are complaining. You are complaining. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is sitting at home 24 hours for more than a year now. For more than a year, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is sitting on solitary confinement because of you and I. But you, just to sit at home for a day. To favor your own self, to make the world know, to know that you are serious to be free. You refuse. You complain. Some people who claim to be Biafra agitators, go and see the video they made yesterday. We are celebrating that people came out. That the man, Simon never gave an order, and people didn't obey the order. They came out, and they are celebrating it. These are people who claim to want Biafra. You want Biafra, but when you see your brother doing something that he will do to make Biafra come, you will not going to follow it. The same thing that we are doing with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there. They say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu doesn't know how to do it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is too insultive. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is insulting elders. He's insulting everybody. He doesn't know how to do it. We don't like how to do it. We want Biafra, but we don't like the way he's doing it. Today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been kidnapped for more than a year. Those people who are free walking about, that's their own thing that they want to do. What are they doing? Have they been able to do it? Have they been able to bring anything on board? Nothing. They have not been able to bring anything on board. Instead, they are still busy complaining. They are still busy talking one trash or the other. They are still busy blackmailing themselves. They are still busy looking for their own personal interest. But we can't be stopped. We can't be stopped. I am very happy that even in this struggle, we are not expecting to have a 100% compliance. It doesn't happen in any part of the world. Even in a family, there is a disagreement. In a family, you go to a family, you see that they are not on the same page. Families cannot even be on one page. Families that are the same blood, same father, same mother. You go there, you see people that have divergent views. So, when you see people who don't want Biafra, don't be surprised. There are people who are very much satisfied with the slavery. I told you about the slave and the slave master. The slave that is staying at the gate is slave. 2 gate men, 2 of them are slave. One of them, simply because he's been promoted to be working inside the house of the slave master, he now become a boss in the slave matter. Even though when the boss eats and remain, he will eat. For that, he doesn't want to have freedom again. Meanwhile, the other one is fighting for his total freedom. He doesn't want to be inside. He doesn't want anywhere around him. He doesn't want anything to do with slavery. He doesn't want to serve the master anymore. He doesn't want any promotion. As long as that promotion has to do with slavery, he doesn't want it. But you will see some people who claim to be freedom fighters, who claim to want freedom, but simply because they are expecting maybe their uncle is going to win local government chairman. Maybe their uncle in this season, it is their turn to become the minister. It is the turn of the uncle. If Peter Obi comes into power, maybe somebody from their village is going to be a minister. Maybe if Peter Obi becomes a president, because he has campaigned for Peter Obi, maybe he's now going to be a commissioner for him to have his own space to steal money. Nothing else. Not to serve, to steal. That is what they do. To steal. That is what they do. To steal. But the reality is that it is not going to happen. The reality is that Peter Obi is not going to. He's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. And it is becoming more clearer every day. It's becoming more clearer every day. I told you one time ago when there was a picture I posted and I wrote that the silence of people doesn't mean cowardice. When you see somebody that is silent, you have to beware. If you see people that doesn't talk too much, you have to beware. Silence doesn't mean cowardice. You see all the noise that Peter Obi is making and everywhere, and the APC and PDP pretend as if they're not seeing him, even when the campaign have not started. Doing all 1 million march every day, pretending they're not seeing him. They have something cooking for him. They have something. And those of you who are jumping up Obi, some say that Obi is already a winner. If Obi didn't win, that means it is rigged. If it is rigged, what will you do? That is the one you have to be preparing for. Those of you who are supporting. If the election is being rigged, what will you do? For those of us who are already ready, we are going to Biafra in 2023. We are heading to Biafra, so we don't have any preparation for them. For those of you now who are still one Nigerians, who want to use Peter Obi to achieve your own aim, when the election is rigged, after the election is rigged, what is your next strategy? What are you going to do? Okay, then you come and join us. Well, thank your stars. Thank your stars that we have IPOB with a spokesperson of Mazi Simon Ekpa that is still standing, building a foundation that you're going to fall into. Building a foundation. As Biafrans, we have good heart. We have good heart. Remember what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said? He needed only 100 people. That if he has 100 people, he will move. Let others come behind later. For us, we're moving already. We are prepared. Damn prepared. We are damn prepared. Much more prepared than you can believe. It is not everything we talk on social media. Not everything you're going to hear on social media. Not everything. Don't expect to see everything or hear everything on social media. But the ones that are needful, you're going to hear. Just wait and they begin to unfold. And for those who are trying to make themselves relevant, if you want to be relevant, all you got to do is to stand in the truth. Be truthful and consistent. That's the only way you can be relevant. You cannot be relevant by running down your own brother is doing a legitimate job. You cannot be relevant by blackmailing Mazi Simon Ekpa. You cannot be relevant by telling lies and pushing propaganda and blackmail. You cannot be relevant by forcing our brothers and sisters in Biafra land to pay you money. You cannot be relevant by exposing our brothers and sisters in Biafra land into danger. That will not make you relevant. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, if you know what you will do to make Biafra come, go ahead and do it. If you know what you will do to make Biafra go, share this video. If you have not shared the video, please kindly share the video. Share the video to all platforms. Any place you belong, any group you belong, any platform, share it to family and friends. Even our enemies, share to them. And if they kick you out, try to come back. Share. Share the video. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that if you know what you will do to make Biafra come, start doing it. The question is now, ask yourself, what are you doing to make sure that Biafra comes? What are you doing? What are you doing to make sure that Biafra comes? Are you taking up your own responsibility? Or you are gossiping? Or you are busy standing on the way? Let me tell you, if you stand on the way of Biafrans, you'll be crushed. That one is I assure you that. If you don't want to fight for Biafra, it is not compulsory that everybody must fight. It is not compulsory. It is not mandatory. You don't want to fight the Biafra, fine. Go ahead. Pursue your own agenda. Go ahead with it. But those of us who care about our fellow human being, those of us who care about humanity, those of us who are not selfish about ourselves, who have given us our own time and life for the freedom of our unborn generation, don't stand on our way, because if you stand on our way, we are going to crush you and you're going to die a painful death. It's a promise, not a threat. Chukwu Okike Abiama is going to take you out. Time has gone when we will make noise and talk blah blah. No. It is no longer time for noise making. The time for action is now, and we are taking action. The time for action is now. I stand with Mazi Simon Ekpa 101%. I stand with Mazi Simon Ekpa that we will not continue to fight for Biafra all the days of our life. Every day talking about Biafra. We have to have a roadmap on how to get Biafra, and that is what we say. In 2023, Biafra will be declared. It will be declared that Biafra is going to come on 2023. So prepare yourself. Prepare yourself so that you're not taken unaware. That is the greatest information you should be concerned about. The greatest information you should be concerned about is that Biafra is coming in 2023. Then all you have to do is to begin to prepare yourself. Search your mind, search yourself. Not if every single one of us have a family in Biafra land, begin to prepare them for what is about to come. Let them begin to get the necessary instrument they need. Both food items, stock up food for themselves. Stock up food on themselves. This is not the time for you to keep your money in the bank and save. This is not the time to keep your money. Already you see what their bank is doing. You see the criminality of the Bank of Nigeria. This is not the time to go and leave your money in the bank. Remember what happened in the past civil war. In the past civil war, after the civil war, no matter the amount of money you have in the bank, we have Biafrans that are billionaires. They were given only 20 pounds. They were given only 20 pounds. Today, we cannot leave any stone unturned. Begin to prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Stock up food for yourself. One thing I'll show you that they cannot have blockade over us anymore. During the civil war, they had blockade over us. They can't have that blockade anymore. Already, all the Biafran forces that are on the ground today, we are on one page. They can't block us in the sea. Our borders in the Delta region, they are there. They are doing the needful. Thank God they are on board. They are on board with the IPOB, the original IPOB, with the spokesperson of Mazi Simon Ekpa. They are on board. They are there. And the media blockade cannot happen again. You know, the past civil war, they blockaded us media. There was no coverage of what was happening in Biafra land. That one, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, have broken that into pieces. You can never block Biafrans again by media. Let them continue to use their conventional media, use their international media. We care not about it. But social media is the strongest and the most powerful instrument that can reach the whole world in a second. Social media brings even original information more than the conventional media. Conventional media, they will continue to be politically correct. Social media, they give it to you raw. So they can, whatever happened in Biafra, we're going to pump it out and people will see it. They will see it. Whatever happened, they will see it. It doesn't matter the angle they're coming from. Whatever angle they come from, we will make sure we stand our ground and make sure that we get our freedom. So if you're one of those clowns who is still busy, you are those clowns who is still busy. Instead of you looking for what to do to make sure the Biafra from, you are busy antagonizing your own brother. You are busy. You are celebrating. When you see that the coming of Biafra is being delayed, you are celebrating. You are a clown. You should be ashamed of yourself. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, if you know what you will do to make Biafra come, go ahead and do it. Ask yourself, what are you doing?
Are yet to wake up from your slumber or your sleep and get the point that we are exiting Nigeria. Exiting Nigeria is not going to come from the platter of golden plate. You have to sacrifice for it. And we are ready to sacrifice everything, including you. If you come and stand in the way of freedom. So you need to know how serious we are. We are damn serious. Some of you are not getting it. You think we are here to build political movement? We are here for freedom. Freedom comes with price. Okay? The only thing you can do is to comment on social media. Don't ever stand on the way of Biafra freedom. We crush you.
Their interest is suppressed. Biafra is the key. Once they can hold Biafra down, they can hold the whole of Africa down. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals. They are saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You cannot go everywhere. We must continue.